Are capsule wardrobes a scam or the holy grail of personal style? As an image consultant who's worked with hundreds of women from all over the world, I've built many capsule wardrobes before, which is why I feel like that my opinion on this topic may interest some of you. I want to dive in what a capsule wardrobe actually is, how brands mislead us and use it against us, and how we can reclaim it and make it work to our own advantage. What is a capsule wardrobe? I feel like was pushed in the past 10 years or so by a lot of minimalist bloggers and influencers, and the textbook definition I would say is a small and curated wardrobe with pretty much basic pieces that all work together and you can mix and match all the different pieces with one another. So the original roots are minimalism, underconsumption, mix and match practicality, and also mindful shopping. And the intent was to make dressing easier, to avoid decision fatigue, to reduce waste, and to define a sense of style and make styling and dressing easy. This was probably the most important intent of this whole capsule wardrobe thing. Why is the idea of capsule wardrobe so desirable? When done right and when curating your wardrobe in a personal manner without sticking to these types of capsule wardrobes you see on Pinterest, meaning you curate a personalized wardrobe for yourself, you can get very clear on your personal style, which will help you in the future with shopping, with curating new items, with identifying gaps in your wardrobe and closing these gaps intentionally without doing impulse buys, without being confused and buying into trends which don't serve you and don't serve your sense of style and your wardrobe and the clothes that you already have. But also it will give you a sense of satisfaction and confidence in yourself when actually wearing the pieces that you already own and styling them, and it will boost your creativity because if you have a limited amount of clothes that you have to mix and match together, that you have to create new styles and new ways of styling these pieces, it will ultimately result in more creativity in the process and being content with what you got and what you have to show for yourself in terms of clothes, which I feel like for every person that cares about their style and their image, something that's not only aesthetically pleasing for oneself, but also fulfilling in a way. In my work, I found when creating these personalized capsule wardrobes, all my clients had the best feedback on them because they felt like it was actually so easy for them to dress in a way that aligns their lifestyle with their vibe and energy and an overall idea of beauty, which helped them essentially to regain confidence in themselves, which I feel like is amazing. It's beautiful, and if the concept of capsule wardrobes can help us with that, it's amazing. But capsule wardrobes does not mean you have to be a minimalist. It doesn't mean you only have to have 40 pieces of clothing in your wardrobe. In my opinion, this is actually irrelevant. I feel like you can be a maximalist and still have a capsule wardrobe because there are different types of capsule wardrobes, which I will touch on later in the video. I just wanted to make it clear that you don't have to be a minimalist, and the idea of having a capsule wardrobe is more about the mindfulness behind it and less about the way you label it and less about the way you label yourself, even if you're a maximalist or minimalist. If you have this type of style or this type of style, this doesn't matter essentially. It's more about how much thought you put into future purchases and how these purchases work with your existing wardrobe and your style. As we discussed plenty of times before, personal style is not something you can actually buy. Personal style is what you practice, how you work with what you already got, and this is actually what builds your style and not what you buy on top of that. Where they actually become a scam. If we look at fast fashion brands and unethical fashion players like Mango, for example, they use the term capsule wardrobe to their advantage. Brands are not stupid. They put a lot of money into research and they put more money even in their marketing strategies. Brands have recognized that their customers are changing their mindset when it comes to buying. What these brands do then is just launch another weekly new drop and just call it capsule. And this is a scam. This has nothing to do with capsule wardrobes. For example, let's take a look at this mango capsule. This is not a capsule. This is an overpriced evening wear launch. It's nothing more and it's nothing less. Maybe these pieces have a better quality to them as the majority of their clothes, I don't know. What it actually is not, it is not a capsule wardrobe, because yes, it's maybe a smaller collection of evening gowns, but the word capsule here is used as in a smaller collection. It doesn't mean that this is a capsule wardrobe or that it works in that sense for you, that you can mix and match those pieces or that you can get good use out of it and wear them. These collections marketed as capsule wardrobes are either overpriced and or trend-led. For example, we've seen a lot of old money capsule wardrobes. Then they don't really approach this mix and match mindset, and even if they do, the quality is just not there. These pieces are not made to live for years in your capsule wardrobe. These brands capitalize on the promise of capsule wardrobes and the idea of being more mindful with your purchases while pushing more consumption. This is a contradiction because the capsule wardrobe is there to buy less, to consume less. But they use the word for you to buy, so you can think of yourself as someone who owns a capsule wardrobe, or maybe you will think unconsciously you just bought yourself into having a capsule wardrobe. But again, just like with personal style, you cannot buy your way into that. This is not how it works. The truth is, capsule wardrobes should just be personalized wardrobes. The main goal here is to create a wardrobe closet that works for you. Again, like with any other personal style discussion, it's about how can these clothes serve you and your wish on how you would like to express yourself to the world. This doesn't mean that you have to be something. Again, like I said in my capsule wardrobe video for the Sex and the City cast, a capsule wardrobe can be whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be similar to another person's capsule wardrobe. In fact, if your capsule wardrobe, or let's just drop the word of capsule, if your wardrobe looks similar to another person's wardrobe, in terms of the same exact pieces, you've done something wrong. Either you or the other person is the copycat. And again, what I would like to stress here is that a capsule wardrobe and your personal style wardrobe grows intentionally over time, as gaps are filled with complementary pieces. And maybe you're still thinking, okay, but I still don't vibe with the idea of capsule wardrobes, because why are we calling it capsule wardrobes if it's essentially my wardrobe? If it's about my personal style. I mean, I get the point. Again, this term may seem more practical for people who are intentionally more minimalistic and approach a more minimalistic wardrobe, but I feel like we all can appreciate the fact that there are different types of capsule wardrobes. For example, there are vacation capsules. Every time you have a limited amount of space, like a suitcase, you have a capsule right there. And again, the practice of capsule wardrobes and being creative with it can be so practical and useful. You can achieve a variation of different looks and a plethora of different looks with just a couple of pieces, which is why the idea of capsule wardrobes can also work in this instance. Or, for example, with seasonal capsule wardrobes. If you live in a place where there are different multiple seasons, you will know what I'm talking about, because when winter is approaching, I'm pulling out all of my coats. I'm pulling out all of the thick knit jumpers that I have, and I think on how I can use these things effectively with each other, because I don't have the space to buy too many coats or jumpers or whatever. This is also a space thing. Most people don't have a walk-in closet, which is why it is so important for us to work the little space that we have in the best way possible, so we can be creative with our style and work it to our advantage. And another capsule that I feel like can work for a lot of fashion collectors is a weekly capsule, which can be used in the way that you pick out the pieces that you've neglected in the past weeks or months, that you were once so excited about to buy, but then they just lived in your wardrobe and you never got the chance to wear them, or you just got a little bit lazy with your outfit uniforms and you forgot about the pieces that you were once so excited about to buy and to wear. And these weekly capsules can highlight those neglected pieces. You can either pull them to the forefront of your capsule or even display them out in the open so you don't forget about them. And you can make your brain work every other day to think about how to incorporate this piece in my outfit today. It can be so helpful, and again, these practices will help you with creating personal style because you will be forced to put things to action, to put your words and your purchases to action, which is essentially the whole idea of capsule wardrobes, mindful shopping, ethical fashion, and under consumption. And this is what I would like to see more of, and see people outfit repeat in different ways and see people wearing their stuff with love and pride. My final thoughts are that capsule wardrobes are only a scam if you let brands define them for you. When done right, they are a powerful tool to create and curate a sustainable, personal, and iconic wardrobe for yourself, and will help you with buying less and styling more and dressing up more. Let's muse about this in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback on this, to hear your thoughts on capsule wardrobes and how they are used against us, when in fact I feel like they can be very helpful. Let's muse about this, let's talk, and I can't wait to see you the next week. Bye bye.